Let's return to the same page that we were on before when we practiced that new way to divide the VCV pattern, except now we're going to look at words 4, 5, and 6. These words have suffixes. Students usually really like learning syllabication with suffixes because it makes syllabicating the word really easy. Let's look at word number 4. Right when I look at that word, I see a suffix on the end. When we see a suffix on the end, we can circle it. Ing is our suffix on the end of that word. Now I do want to point out you will only circle suffixes, only parts on the end of a word. You will not circle prefixes. Do not circle at the beginning. You can only circle at the end. Now that we have our suffix circled, we're going to go ahead and do our steps as usual. Find and underline our first 2 vowels, label them with a V, draw a bridge. By now we should know what to do when we see 3 consonants on that bridge. We're going to have to scoop 2 of them. MP is an ending blend, you could scoop that. PR is a beginning blend, you could scoop that. Either one, doesn't matter. I like beginning blends, so I'm going to scoop PR. I just find them easier to say. Let's go ahead and label that as one consonant. Our M is the other. Now we have a VCCV pattern here. We know that we divide that in between the consonants. And now we're ready to label our syllables. Because we've already circled the ing, we don't have to worry about underlining that as a vowel. So what we're going to do is we're going to look. What type of syllable is our first syllable? It's closed. What type of syllable is our second syllable? Now don't get stuck here. If you look at just that syllable, you will see that there is a consonant after the vowel. There's an S after the E. Therefore, this is a closed syllable. It really is as simple as that. And then ing is our suffix, which we're going to label SUFF for suffix. Now let's read each part. Impressing. Impressing. Very impressive that we were able to read that big long word. Let's go ahead and go through number 5 together as well. When we look at that word, it should really jump out that we see the ing suffix on the end, especially since we've done that lesson. So when we see that, the first thing we're going to do is circle it. Now let's go ahead and do our syllabication as we normally would. Find and underline our first 2 vowels, label them with a V. Draw a bridge. Let's label the consonants on the bridge, which means we are going to have to scoop. What are you going to scoop? I hope you're scooping the SC just like I am. Label that as one C. Our B is another C. So what we have here is a VCCV pattern. Let's divide it according to the pattern. And there's nothing else to underline, so we're ready to label our syllable types. What type of syllable is the first? Closed. What type is the second? Closed. And what do we do with our suffix? Label it SUFF. Now let's go ahead and read. Absconding. Absconding. Number 6 combines a suffix with that VCV pattern. Pause the video and try number 6. When you're done, come back to see how this word should look. Great. What you should see is that we had our VCV pattern. We tried the first way. That should have sounded funny. That first way should have said vividness. Vividness. No. So then you'll try the second way. Now that we've tried the second way, our first syllable changed from open to closed. Remember, this is important because it means the vowel sound changed. So now when we read this word, it should say vividness.